what's up? Let's get a different, beautiful view of my fucking bears from this time. Next video, fucking, kind of ended on phase 2 or whatever on the next one. This one is, I'm going to teach you guys how to be a fucking shitbag in boot camp and get away with it. There are so many things that you know now, once you're out in the fucking Marine Corps, you know, a few months, few years, whatever, that you'll fucking realize that you should have done or wish you would have done in boot camp. And, you know, so, a few things to cover. I personally never ever fucking once got called out in boot camp. I was like the guy that fucking flew under the radar and shit like that, so don't make yourself fucking known. Like, you know, don't stand out from the crowd. That's not a good thing. So when I was in boot camp, I made like fucking $300 or $400, and it's pretty fucking pretty easy to make money in boot camp if you know what you're doing. So I was a shitbag that fucking on Sundays went to, or at night or whatever, walked out of squad bay pretending to do laundry, and you know, went to the ATM, that type of thing. So the ATMs are gonna be like right at the PX or whatever, and so you go to the ATM, get some money, bring fucking singles if you go to boot camp. Trust me, bring like at least $20 or $30 in singles, just because if you're a fucking shitbag like me, every Sunday I'd go to the fucking vending machines at like by the church and shit. So I would get fucking like goddamn candy like Skittles and all that type of shit from the vending machines, of course. Coca-Cola, all that kind of stuff. Cheese Danishes. And we'll sell that to motherfuckers for like, goddamn, I sold a protein bar to some guy for $30 fucking bucks. So, be careful with that shit. Needless to say, if you tell the wrong dumbass motherfucker, oh, I'm gonna go tell fucking, you know, squad leader guy or whatever, fucking, a drill instructor, you know, fuck them. Don't talk to them, whatever. But, you know, I was basically OFP in boot camp on fucking program. You know, I knew I could get away with what I couldn't get away with. So I got food from the fucking vending machines. Phase 2, big thing in phase 2, dumpster diving at fucking night during Firewatch or whatever. You go out pretending to take out the trash, and you go in the dumpsters and you'll find like fucking full MREs and shit. And trust me, you're gonna care so much about food. I mean, food. You're gonna fucking love it. It's the only thing you're gonna care about. So I go like get fucking MREs and like shit that the drill instructors threw away, like from care packages, like full like Cliff bars and that kind of shit, like protein bars. Get that shit. It's pretty tight. Made a lot of money, like I said. Receiving building, which is right, like the church is in the same building, or they use a room in that building for the church. They got a bunch of phones in there. That's where you make that phone call home or whatever. Me being a shitbag, I fucking used that phone during fucking Sundays, like 2 or 3 times. One time, some guy walked in. He was like a freaking PFC or some shit, and he was on like or I don't know. He worked it for like the freaking like the bitches that like freaking wuss out boot camp or whatever. So he walked in like freaking out. I'm like, yeah, we're with freaking like the BMP, like Broken Marine Platoon or some shit like that. And he's like, alright, whatever. So did that shit. If you know what you're doing, you can get away with a lot of fucking shit in boot camp. So now I'm gonna move into, that's my little lesson on being a shitbag. If you know what you're doing, you're gonna make fucking phone calls, and you're gonna fucking buy candy and shit. And go dumpster diving, of course. Third phase, you're back from Pendleton. You're a third phase recruit at this point. You think you're all badass and shit. You see all the nasty first phase recruits that can't drill and are fucking looking all nasty and shit. You think you're all tight. Third phase is more bullshit drill, fucking knowledge. You know, you do your stupid little tests all the time, study for T55, which is fucking when you get tests on that shit. Third phase fucking flies by. At this point, you're like, yeah, whatever, get me out of this bullshit, I'm done. You know, I can put up with it, you know. Drill instructors teach you a lot different in third phase. I mean, you'll get time. They'll be like, after PT or whatever, they'll be like, alright, fucking, you guys get 15 minutes, and they'll just leave. And they'll be like, alright, you guys got 15 minutes to, shower, fucking, change over into camis. Another common military term, change over. And then, drill. And if I didn't mention this yet, you're gonna drill. So, third phase, whatever. Go back to Pendleton for the Crucible. Like I said before, fucking Crucible. Easy, or I don't know if I said it before, but it's some fucking easy ass shit. Don't fucking get worked up about it. I mean, like, they make such a big deal. It's fucking easy as shit. I mean, you're gonna hike like 40 miles over like 3 days, but I mean, like, the hiking is like, you get broken down your little sections or whatever, like 30, 40 recruits in each, and you have a day pack. So, I mean, it's gonna be pretty easy. You just go from event to event, and the events really are not that physically exerting at all. And then to finish up the Crucible, you have the infamous, and I swear to God, you're gonna fucking say, man, that Schreiber guy was fucking right. The fucking Reaper hike. And it's like fucking 10 or 12 miles up the Reaper. And it's just a big ass hill that's not fucking that bad. When you look back at it, you're like, yeah, that wasn't too bad. And then once you get back, you get your ETA ceremony, get your soup ass little breakfast, and then you're fucking done, basically. After that, you spend like a day or two more in Pendleton. You turn in all your fucking gear, like in terms of your pack, your fucking day pack, your flak, your freaking LBV, low bearing vest, gloves, and some other shit. You turn all that shit in. You go back to freaking Pendleton, or not? You leave Pendleton, go back to San Diego, and you have Marine Week, which is a bunch of bullshit, whatever. You get your freaking at this point you've already been issued your service freaking uniforms, and you know how to wear them and shit. So you work on your uniforms for hours on end, making sure they're perfectly squared away, and then you fucking can't wait till goddamn graduation. You get family day, you get to see your family. And then you fucking graduate and you're out of that shithole. And you're like, fuck yeah. And you're gonna go back home, you're gonna be all fucking stupid. Your stupid ass little fucking high and tight, and you think you're all fucking hot shit. Oh, I'm a fucking Marine. And really, once you get back to wherever you get stationed, nobody's gonna get fucked at your Marine just because there's so many fucking Marines wherever you are. Specifically, I'm stationed at Pendleton, Camp Horno, the shithole of Pendleton. All fucking grunts here for the most part, and so it's a fucking sausage fest at Pendleton. There's no females, whatever, and so you go home, you have your little motard shit, like moto, another common military term, motivation. You fucking are, I want to do my job, all that bullshit, whatever. You have all your stupid little moto shirts that say Marine Corps on them, and you're act all tough and shit. Like, if anybody messes with you, that you're gonna kick their ass. In reality, a lot of motherfuckers are probably gonna be able to kick your ass. You go back to your RSS. I never went there. And we would talk to the freaking police and all that shit. Like, fuck that. I went home for, 10 days and fucking bounced to fucking, SOI. But, yeah, you'd be pretty stoked for those 10 days. You're gonna eat a shitload of food. And you're gonna get fat and disgusting probably too. I didn't do that, but fucking a lot of people do. And then, yeah, you'll be glad to get out of that bitch, trust me. So, that is my fucking final addition to my fucking boot camp series. Maybe I'll throw in another video, probably not, unless you guys request it or whatever, have questions. If I get enough questions, I'll just make a whole video answering your guys' questions. But, yeah. Boot camp's good as fuck. 3 months of fucking stupid ass shit. and you're in a drill the whole time. Except second phase. So, enjoy it.